Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Jason.
And I'm your co-host, Julia. We're so happy you're here with us today.
If you're learning English and you sometimes feel like you learn new words but then quickly forget them, you're definitely not alone.
Yes, you study vocabulary, you understand it, maybe you even write it down. But a few days later, when you want to speak, the word just disappears from your mind.
It's very frustrating, right?
Exactly. Many learners tell us, I know I've learned this word before, but I can't remember it when I need it.
So in today's episode, we're going to talk about something very important. How to stop forgetting English words.
We'll explain why forgetting happens, what mistakes cause it, and most importantly, what you can do to remember words more easily and for a longer time.
And don't worry, this episode is very practical. We'll share simple techniques, daily habits, and even a small practice activity you can try with us.
So whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced learner, this episode will help you make your vocabulary stronger and more active.
All right, get comfortable. Maybe grab a notebook.
And let's get started with today's topic, how to stop forgetting words.
So, Julia, let's start with the big question. Why do we forget English words so easily, even after studying them?
That's a great question, Jason. And the good news is, forgetting is actually normal. Our brain is designed to forget information that it thinks is not important.
Exactly. If we don't use a word, our brain thinks, oh, this is not useful, and it slowly deletes it.
Yes, this is called use it or lose it. If you don't use a word again and again, your brain won't keep it.
Another reason is information overload. Many learners try to learn too many words at the same time.
Right. If you study 50 new words in one day, your brain becomes tired and confused. It's better to learn fewer words but use them more.
Also, many learners learn words passively. They only read them or see them in a list.
But they don't say the words, they don't write sentences, and they don't use them in conversation. So the word stays in the short-term memory, not the long-term memory.
There's also the emotional side. Stress, fear of making mistakes, and low confidence can block memory.
Yes, if you feel nervous when speaking, your brain focuses on fear instead of remembering words.
So to summarize, we forget words because we don't use them. We learn too many at once. We learn passively, and sometimes because of stress and pressure.
And understanding this is important, because when we know why we forget, we can change how we learn.
Exactly. And in the next part, we'll talk about the difference between knowing a word and actually remembering it. So, Julia, earlier we said that knowing a word is not the same as remembering it. Let's explain that a little more.
Yes, this is very important. Many learners say, I know this word, but when they want to speak, the word doesn't come to their mind.
That's because there are two different types of memory. One is recognition, when you see a word and you think, oh yes, I know this.
And the other is recall, when you can remember the word by yourself and use it when speaking or writing.
Most learners only train recognition. They read words, they see them in a book or on their phone, and they understand them.
But they don't train recall. They don't close the book and try to remember the word. They don't try to use it in a sentence from their own mind.
So the brain becomes good at recognizing words, but not good at producing them.
It's like recognizing someone's face in a photo versus remembering their name when you meet them on the street.
That's a great example. You know the person, but the name doesn't come quickly.
So if you want to remember words, you need to train recall by speaking, writing, and testing yourself without looking.
And that's what we'll focus on in the next sections, how to move words from passive knowledge into active memory.
From words you know into words you can actually use.
Now that we understand why forgetting happens, let's talk about some common mistakes learners make that actually increase forgetting.
Yes, and if you recognize yourself in these mistakes, don't worry. Almost everyone makes them.
Mistake number 1, memorizing long word lists.
This is very common. Learners write 30 or 40 words in a notebook and try to memorize them like a phone number.
But without context, without a sentence or a situation, the brain has nothing to connect the word to.
So the word has no meaning in real life, and it's easy to forget.
Mistake number 2, not reviewing.
Many learners learn new words, but they never go back to review them after 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month.
So the words slowly disappear from memory.
Mistake number 3, learning too much at once.
Your brain needs time to process and store information. If you push too much in, the brain pushes a lot out.
Mistake number 4, not using the words.
If you never speak the word, write the word, or hear yourself say the word, your brain doesn't think it's important.
And finally, mistake number 5, being afraid of mistakes.
If you avoid using new words because you're scared of saying them wrong, you never give your brain the chance to remember them.
So the solution is not perfection, the solution is practice.
Exactly. And in the next section, we'll share some powerful techniques that really help words stay in your memory. All right, Julia, now comes the exciting part, the techniques that actually help learners remember words for the long term.
Yes, there are some simple but powerful methods that make a huge difference if you practice them regularly.
Technique number 1, learn words in sentences, not alone.
Exactly. Instead of just memorizing apple, you learn it in a sentence like I eat an apple every morning.
When you see the word in context, your brain connects it with meaning, feeling, and situation. And this makes it easier to remember.
Technique number 2, use spaced repetition.
Ah, yes. Spaced repetition is amazing. It's about reviewing words at increasing intervals 1 day later, 3 days later, a week later.
It's much better than cramming. Your brain remembers much more when it reviews at the right time.
Technique number 3, make personal connections.
Yes, connect a word to your life. For example, if you learn travel, think about a trip you took or one you want to take.
When a word becomes personal, it sticks in your mind like glue.
Technique number 4, speak the words out loud.
Reading silently is not enough. Say the word, make sentences with it, or even talk to yourself in English.
It activates different parts of the brain, hearing, speaking, and thinking all together, which helps memory.
Technique number 5, write short examples.
Yes, writing a word in your own sentence, even a small one, makes your brain recall it actively.
So instead of just memorizing, you're using the word, which strengthens your memory.
And the best part is, you don't need to do all of these at once. Even picking 2 or 3 techniques consistently will give amazing results.
Exactly. And the more you practice actively, the more words move from short-term memory to long-term memory.
Next, we'll talk about daily habits that naturally strengthen your memory, so remembering words becomes easier every day.
All right, Julia, we've talked about powerful techniques, but you know what really makes a difference? Daily habits.
Absolutely. Small daily habits help words stick in your memory naturally, without extra effort.
Habit number 1, 5-minute daily review.
Yes, just take 5 minutes each day to quickly go over the words you learned. It could be in a notebook, on your phone, or using an app.
Even a short review every day is better than one long session once a week. The brain remembers better with consistent practice.
Habit number 2, speaking practice routines.
Exactly. Try to speak a little in English every day, even if it's just describing your day or talking to yourself.
When you use new words in your daily speech, your brain treats them as important, and they become easier to remember.
Habit number 3, keep a word notebook.
Yes, write down new words, sentences, or examples. When you write, you engage memory actively.
And habit number 4, use new words the same day.
Yes, if you learn a word today, try to make a sentence, speak it, or write it today. Don't wait. The faster you use it, the stronger it sticks.
These small habits may seem simple, but if you do them consistently, your vocabulary will improve faster than you think.
Exactly. And the great thing is, habits are automatic. Once they become part of your daily routine, remembering words gets much easier.
Next, we'll do a simple practice activity to show how these techniques and habits work in real life. All right, Julia, now it's time for a quick practice activity. Let's show our listeners how to use the techniques we talked about.
Yes, let's pick 3 new words and practice them together. How about explore, improve, and challenge?
Great choice. First, let's put each word in a sentence. I'll start. I want to explore new places this year.
Perfect. And for improve, I practice English every day to improve my speaking skills.
And challenge. Learning new words can be a fun challenge.
Now let's try spaced repetition and recall. Jason, can you say the first word and I'll make a new sentence?
Sure, the word is explore.
Next weekend, I will explore my city on foot.
Excellent. Now improve.
I try to improve my listening by watching English videos.
And finally, challenge.
Every day, I challenge myself to learn at least 1 new word.
See? By using the words in sentences right away, speaking them out loud, and connecting them to personal experiences, our brain remembers them much better.
Exactly. Listeners, you can do this with your own words too. Pick a few words every day, make sentences, speak them, and write them down.
Practice like this consistently, and forgetting words will become much harder. All right, Julia, let's quickly recap what we've learned today.
Yes. First, we talked about why we forget words not using them, learning too many at once, passive learning, and stress.
Then we explained the difference between knowing and remembering words, recognition versus recall.
We also covered the common mistakes learners make, like memorizing long lists, not reviewing, and avoiding speaking.
And most importantly, we shared powerful techniques, learning words in sentences, using spaced repetition, making personal connections, speaking out loud, and writing examples.
Plus, we introduced daily habits like 5-minute reviews, speaking practice, using a word notebook, and applying new words the same day.
Finally, we did a live practice activity to show how these methods work in real life.
So remember, listeners, the key is practice and consistency. Words will stick if you use them, speak them, and review them regularly.
Exactly. Don't give up, even if you forget sometimes. Every effort strengthens your memory.
If you enjoyed today's episode, Please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Share with friends who are learning English too.
And don't forget to practice your new words every day. Your brain will thank you.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Keep learning, keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next episode of the English Learning Podcast.
Bye, everyone.